Hello, gentles and ladymen. If you haven't seen part 1 of Jyuratodus, where we got to this point where the Jyuratodus is fully painted, then go watch that. Today's video is going to be all about making the base, which I used using epoxy to make a mud clump and various texture paints, followed by a lot of custom terrain, including branches, twigs, rocks, and other such things. So, enjoy the video. Our first step is separating the model from the base and using milliput epoxy in order to create a mound and clump of mud on top of the base for the monster to stand on. I envision Jyuratodus' model as posing on a giant mud clump in the middle of a swamp, so here we go. I ended up needing a little bit more milliputty than this first section, than this first chunk gave me, so I added a little bit more, and I also pressed the model down on top of the milliput while it's still moldable to create a place for me to evenly put the model back onto the molds. So you see you need these indentations here for that. After that, I went over the model with a texture paint for mud, and added a couple large dead branches that will be featured in front of the model. Then it's off to get spray painted with primer in order to be able to paint everything. I just want to use the texture paint for the texture. The actual color it needs to match the color of the mud on the Jyuratodus, so we need to paint it ourselves. After we have painted the mud, it will finally be time to add things like rocks, patches of grass, and dead leaves, and other such things that you would find in a swampy location. The part that's scary after all of this is surrounding the mud clump in water, because I have some water gel that dries, but it's terrifying to use because it shows up as bright blue when it's wet and you're painting it, but it dries super dark and and you were not expecting it. It's very, very terrifying to use. But once the gel is on, and everything is on the model, then we can glue Jyuratodus back in and add a little bit of extra texture paint over the base to make sure that we cover up any spots.